Welcome to the
to
Secret Garden Society.
Woo! I think that was good.
I think that was good. Everyone rate it out of a scale of 1738. So anywhere from 1 to 1738.
Fetty Wap just drops from the sky.
And he starts singing, I want you to be mine.
That's so funny.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys. We haven't talked to you in so long. I've missed talking to you guys.
I was just gonna say, I've missed yapping here so much.
No, literally last week I kept being like, oh yeah, and then on the pod, and I'm like, we're not doing the pod this week.
I feel like there was so much happening where I was like, I can't wait to talk about this. I can't wait to debrief this later.
I know, I can't wait to hear all about your holidays.
Yeah, how were your holidays?
Mine were good. I did hang out with like my boyfriend's family and that was nice. Although I pretty much up until a couple days ago, I've been sick. I think I was working so much overtime that my body was just like dead. Yeah, it was really bad. I was sick for like 2 weeks and it like halfway through it turned into strep and I was just miserable.
Jesus. Are you feeling better now?
Yeah, now I'm feeling better. Our friend had, like, recommended me these vitamins, and I basically, against medical advice, I healed myself from strep.
Wow.
So I'm basically Wolverine. Yeah, I felt pretty powerful after that. I was like, fuck you, Western medicine.
That's incredible. I do need to get those because, yeah, I've not been feeling great lately, and I fear that those would change my life.
No, at this point, they need to give me a promo code because I've told so many people about those vitamins that they are now low in stock. I went to go buy some more, and they were like, we have 4 left. And I'm like, cool, I told way too many people about them.
No, honestly, normalize gatekeeping. I don't like gatekeeping, but it does suck when you, like, spread the news, and then you're like, oh, now I can't buy it anymore?
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'll just die.
Guess I'll die.
Yeah.
Damn.
How was your holidays?
My holidays were busy. It was fun though. I did Christmas Eve here, met a bunch of the family for the lady I work for, and that was fun. And then the next day did Christmas with my parents. And we had like an Italian foods Christmas. I'm going to give that another shot. We ate Italian food for Christmas. I don't know what my brain was doing. And it was good. Like, my dad just got it from like some Italian market and then just like put it in the oven. But it was like a baked ziti kind of thing. Ooh. But the inside was still cold and the outside was like burnt. So it was like kind of, it was interesting. And then the next day we left on a flight. Oh my God, I know this story. Okay. Sorry, guys. Before I was telling Indigo that I had a story to tell and I didn't remember what the story was, but I couldn't wait to tell it on the pod. And now I remember the story.
I'm so glad.
Last pod, we talked about gardening on airplanes. And I decided to be brave and bring my gardening tools on the airplane. Which, speaking of, where is my gardening tool? But
deep in it.
Don't call me out.
You go, so... like you were not a dragon, like a wizard about to send me on a quest.
I'm dying. Okay. Oh my God. Okay.
We just took a little gardening break.
Just a little gardening break. We're good now. I might die, but who knows? Okay. I'm a mess.
You have to keep that in.
I have to keep it in. I simply can't cut anymore. I've said cut like 6 times. Last podcast, we talked about gardening and bringing your gardening tools like on a plane. And I was a big old baby and was like, I'm too scared. But I said, no, this time I'm going to be brave. Actually, what it was spending time with my family and going, I have to have this. I can't even wait for a dispensary. So I decided to bring it on the plane. I then was like, oh, I need to pack dry shampoo. Can I bring dry shampoo on a plane? Aerosols are weird. I Google it. First result says it's good. So I say, okay. And I pack 4, like, I'm not talking like travel. Like, I'm talking like max-sized dry shampoo, volumizing spray, deodorant. Like, I'm just like, fuck it, we need them all.
That's so
Throw
funny.
them in my bag. I took a gummy, showered, then finished up packing, left for the airport. So at this point, the gummy's kicking in right before we get to the airport. As I walk in, there's about 80 signs that say no aerosols on flights. Fines up to $150,000 and jail time.
God.
But at this point, I'm at LAX. We're putting our bags into like the thing to check them. I can't be like, wait, and like undo my bag. I'm like, simply, this is what it is. We go up to TSA. They pull me aside. I'm going, they've already found it. They found the aerosol and they found the gardening tools. I'm cooked.
In your checked bag?
In my checked bag.
That's
I'm like,
so funny.
I'm cooked. Turns out my dad put my birthday wrong on my ticket. So I got pulled aside.
What did he put it as?
Instead of 97, he put it as 77. So girl checking my ticket was like, your birthday's not in 77. And I was like, no, it's not. And she was like, yeah, your ticket's wrong. You got to go fix it. So I had to go back downstairs, then sit at the counter while they fix it, staring at a poster that says no aerosols, $150,000 fine. So I'm just sweating. And my dad was like, what is your deal? And I'm like, nothing. Get through TSA. Eventually, all is good. As we get on the flight, it comes back to me and I go, oh my God, wait, what if it explodes? What if the aerosol blows up and that takes our plane down? Meanwhile, there's been a lot of plane crashes happening lately.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing it all over TikTok because, of course, I say I'm going on a flight. So TikTok's showing me flight related things, including plane crashes. So I'm like, I'm gonna be the reason. And then they're gonna investigate. And then they're gonna find I bought like so many gummies and then my cart. I was like, oh my God. So I'm freaking out. The plane goes up. I'm stressing. Plane goes down. We're all good. Okay. The next flight is a rinky dink, teeny tiny little airplane. And I go,
I would have peed myself.
This is the one. Because in my head, I was like, and again, I've taken so many edibles at this point. I'm constantly snacking on my edible because it's like one of those like segmented ones.
That's so fun.
So my thought process was the first plane is more modern. So they've learned how to pressurize.
Oh, I see.
This plane is not pressurized well. So it's going to blow up this plane. And I'm just freaking out. And then as soon as we land, I confessed to my stepmom. I go, I have to confess, like, I'm so scared. I'm so scared that I'm gonna go to open my luggage and it's gonna explode. Like, I'm like terrified. And she goes,
like a bomb.
So I was like, is it gonna like blow up my bag? Like, okay, maybe it didn't blow up the plane, but as soon as I go to unzip my bag, it's like boom.
Yeah.
I confided in my stepmom. She goes, I flew with with aerosol too. And I was like, holy shit. So then we opened our bags together and it was all good. And so it was a much more enjoyable flight home because I didn't have the fear of God within my heart.
Yeah.
Because I was like, the whole flight I couldn't relax because I was so scared. And I remember the first plane I was more under the influence for. I kept telling myself, like, you might get off this plane in handcuffs and you have to be prepared for that.
Oh
I was so convinced I was going to be arrested.
That's so funny and very stressful.
Yeah, so I guess that was the big thing over the holidays. But the wedding was fun. It was a hoot. At one point, my brother and I dressed up as the characters from Dumb and Dumber, and in the like blue and orange suits, and like did a cane fight on the dance floor.
Did you have to practice this like cane fight long?
Luckily,
for like a
we're
long
both
time?
Like theater kids, and so we have had stage combat experience, which is just like us being nerds. So it was just kind of like we did a run through of like, okay, what are we gonna do so I know what to expect from you, and then executed it flawlessly on stage. I did hit. There was like candles and votives in the like. There was like foliage above us. And I did hit one of those. It didn't break, thank God. I would have killed myself, but it did like swing violently.
That's so funny. Did they buy your outfit for you?
Yeah.
Yours was the fully blue one?
Yeah.
That was so cool.
And then I ended up because I was wearing a dress beforehand, which like I don't wear dresses. I don't like wearing dresses. I'm a guy, but I was like, I'll suck it up for my family. But as soon as I did the tux thing, I just put on like a black muscle tee and then kept the pants on. But then it just looked like I had scrubs on. I looked like I just got off work at the hospital. And then I didn't bring shoes besides my heels. So I borrowed my stepmom's flip-flops. But then I just was dogs out on the dance floor. But it was that or heels. Like
dogs out on the dance. That's so funny.
But yeah, ate a lot of oysters, crazy. Gardened with my parents.
That's crazy.
It was interesting.
It didn't like come about.
It was like, okay, so my cousins all garden. And so, bless their hearts, they went out and got everyone a joint to welcome us. And so we went out to smoke it. And then my stepmom walked in and we were like, and then she was like, I know you guys do it. And then everyone was drunk. And then at some point, I was looking for I couldn't find my gardening tool. And so I'm like digging through my suitcase frantically because I'm like, oh my God, what if one of the kids found it? It's pink. Yeah. I would want that. And so I'm like freaking out. And my dad came down and was like, what are you doing? And I was like, just like organizing my clothes. And he was like, I don't care if you smoke. I just don't want you to smoke nicotine. And I was like, okay, all right. And then from there, it just like at one point we were out at the bars and my dad was like, give me your cart, and then took a hit of it. And I was like, you are a grown man taking a hit of my like hot pink cart. This is so bonkers.
You should have took a picture of him.
I should have. But yeah, so now, I mean, I like left it out when he came here to help me reorganize my room. And he like grabbed my pen to move it. And I was like, okay, I guess we're still chill about that. I was wondering if like once we got back it was like that was vacation rules, like
yeah,
that can't be real life. But he was chill about it.
That's good.
So
dude, I was so embarrassed because when we moved out, I packed all my things in boxes. I labeled all the boxes because I thought I was going to put everything in storage. And so I labeled one of my boxes like dishware and bongs really big on multiple sides of the box.
Oh no.
And then I didn't end up putting things in storage. My parents were like, you can just store things in our garage.
Oh my God.
And I didn't think about it. And so I just started loading my boxes in the garage. And I left. And then one day I like looked out and I just saw the box and it just says bongs all big. And then one day I like came back and they reorganized it and they like had it hidden and tucked away. And I was like, oh my God, that was embarrassing.
That's so unfortunate. But yeah, that was my holidays. Flew back and then my brother's in town, so that's fun. And yeah, just like going back to work and shit.
Yeah. I hate going back to work after the holidays.
Yeah.
I saw this funny post that was like, we're supposed to feel refreshed after coming back, but it just makes me feel like I want to burn this place down.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. I'm excited because I'm dog sitting for some friends, and so I'm like, I technically get a second vacation week. So I am gonna, because I feel like the holidays, I did not get any rest at all.
Yeah, that's true.
It was constant. So I'm excited. I think this next week is going to be my vacation week.
Okay, so I wanted to talk to you about what I think 2025's predictions are going to be, like fashion-wise, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I'm picturing. Mind you, we also live in California, so maybe it'll differ from state to state. But this is what I'm thinking 2025 is going to be like. I think we're going to see, like, Victorian Gothic come back. I just feel like with the media that's coming out, and I think like even Frankenstein's coming out soon, I think it's gonna come back, and I think we're gonna see like elements of like lace and frills, but like not in a coquette way, like in like a Victorian
like black
goth way.
Lace and like red frills rather than like white lace and pink frills. Yeah.
Exactly. I think, and even like you think about Lily Rose Depp, like she's always wearing her jackets like buttoned straight to the top.
Buttoned straight to the top every time.
And so like it gives me Victorian vibes because they had the high Victorian collar.
Yeah.
So I can see elements of it.
No, you're so right. That's so funny because I literally cannot see a TikTok about her that doesn't have a comment that's like button straight to the top.
I know, it cracks me up. But I'm like,
So
honestly,
funny.
it looks good.
Yeah. No, I'm so on board with that. And that's actually what I'm going for in my room decor. So
Ooh, I
I'm
love that.
I'm in it.
I also think we're gonna see like silver accents. Like I saw this girl and she had like silver bands in her ponytail. And I just saw like another girl and she had like different like chains attached. Not like a vest or like a harness, but like kind of. And I don't know, just like different silver elements like that.
I'm in for a change to silver because I think I wear silver jewelry.
Yeah, I think you do.
My Claddagh ring is silver. My nose ring is gold, but like I kind of just like change that shit out whenever. But I like silver jewelry. And then everyone got on the gold bands and I was like, I'll get with it because I think gold jewelry is pretty too.
Yeah.
But my mom hated gold, and so like growing up I always wore silver.
Oh, I see.
So like I'm excited for a silver renaissance.
Yeah. I also think we're gonna see like funky tights or like layering of tights, like lace tights.
I love
maroon
that.
Tights.
I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like that makes me think of like us in 7th grade, specifically you, but like I definitely did copy you in the tights because you ate the fuck out of those tights. Those tealish color and black tights that you would layer was so baller. So I did that in maroon. And I remember just being like, I hope I look as cool as Indigo does.
You did.
Thank
that
you.
was like my go-to, yeah. It was like shorts and tights and then like, yeah, I would layer different patterns and different colors. But yeah, I feel like we're gonna see that. Maybe not as funky as when I was doing it, because I was doing it more of like a scene vibe.
Yeah.
But I can see it doing it like more like, I saw a girl layer like a deep maroon and then a blue on top.
Ooh.
And it was just so cool because like wherever it pulled tight, like you could see the maroon through and it looked really cool.
Whoa. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah. Imagine like also with Victorian vibes, I think of like kind of grungy, kind of messy, like not super perfect or clean. Like Victorian Gothic at least. Like I think of like if you think like vampire-y.
Yeah.
It's very like smoky and like I don't know. I think of like long black like braided hair that's just like loose and messy.
Everything feels almost as if like accidental or like just like thrown together, but not in like a 2014 like I threw up my messy bun, but it's like there's no time for intricate hair things because I simply must go. And like I love
wild,
that energy.
Unbound. Yeah.
I love that. I think that's fun.
Thank you.
Speaking of predictions, actually, I'm gonna tell you one of the things that I'm doing with my family for this new year. That is part prediction, part game, ? And if anyone does not like this game, you don't have to play it. It's lighthearted. We're not wishing these people to be gone. Just putting that out there first, okay?
What is this game?
So it's called Death List, and I guess my extended family has been playing this for years, and they offered for us to be a part of it this year. And what it is everyone picks 5 people. Everyone has to pick different people, and if they happen to die this year, you take the age that they died at, subtract it from 100. And that's how many points you receive.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's very much in a like lighthearted kind of way. We're not wishing on any of these people's deaths. In fact, I'm actively rooting for some of my people. But I wanted to share with you guys who I put on my list, and we can kind of do this together. But the ones that I picked are Jay Leno, Pope Francis, Elton John, Hulk Hogan, and Dennis Quaid. Those were my predictions.
Dang.
Not predictions.
I could see Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, it would, and most of these people are in their, I think, 70s, except for Dennis Quaid is younger, I think. But I was like, I'm just playing it like in the 70s. But there's some wild cards on here I mean, like, my cousin has Usher on there. Like, that's crazy.
That would be crazy.
Yeah. Or, like, Wendy Williams, my brother has. Yeah. So it's all in good fun. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Dang, yeah, you'll have to let us know.
Yeah. Keep you guys updated.
What were your ins and outs?
Okay, yeah. So my ins and outs, some of them are chill, some of them are a little more like heavy. Not heavy, but just like thoughtful. So ins, I want to expand my horizons on tabletop role-playing games. I'm a big D&D fan. I also have played Kids on Bikes, but those are the only two I've played. There's so many tabletop games. So I want to try a few more, and I want to try solo tabletop games too. The next one is exploring gender and feeling comfortable in my body. The idea of going to a beach in a bathing suit makes me want to set my body on fire. And I don't think I should feel like that. That's not a fun way to feel, and we're going to fix that this year.
Love it.
So, yeah, just finding ways to feel better about myself. With that, going to the beach more. I want to just go to the beach more. I live by the beach. I should be by the beach more. Hats. I've bought 2 hats so far, and so far so good. I got Snoopy playing tennis, and then one that says "Gone Squatchin" with Sasquatch on it. So I'm trying to find fun hats that make me feel better about wearing hats, because whenever I wear a hat, I feel like a poser. I feel like every single person I see is going, they don't fucking wear hats, freak. Why are you wearing a hat, weirdo? And I've never thought that about anyone ever. So I'm trying to break past that in my own head.
You look really good in your Snoopy hat today.
Thank you. Love that hat. It's so cute.
This is very cute.
Gay cowboys. That's been in, but I'm in more. Like, I want gay cowboys and everything and everywhere. I should never not be seeing 2 men in cowboy hats kissing. And I just think that's the way life should be.
Did you watch Brokeback Mountain recently?
I haven't, but I should. But also, I just like, there's something about like 2 rough and tumble men. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, that or 80s. Okay, and that's just because we've been playing this game called The Quarry on stream. And there's an extension that you can get, or an extension pack, that gives them all 80s makeovers. So then all the characters are in 80s clothes. Well, like, the jock is wearing, like, the sluttiest fucking crop top and, like, 2-inch inseam shorts. And it's so, like, so insane.
Wait, I watched your stream and they had to kiss, and you chose for the 2 guys to kiss so fast they didn't even have a chance to ask you.
No, I knew what I wanted. I'm aware. I know what I want and I go after it, and it's 2 men kissing. I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. I just love it. And so it's in. It's always been in, and it will always be in, but I love it.
You want more of it in 2025.
Yeah. You know what else I want more of in 2025? Gnocchi. Gnocchi are in.
Specifically the Trader Joe's one.
I've got 3 bags in my fridge right now.
Oh my god, I'm jealous.
Gorgonzola. Is it gorgonzola cheese?
I think so.
Okay. That, you throw not a stick of butter. That's too much butter.
Stick.
The whole tub of butter. Just like a little a slice of butter, okay? Throw that in there. Fresh pepper, crack that shit over. That shit, delicioso. But just like any and all gnocchi, I think it's so bomb. I hope I'm saying that right.
I mean, you went to Italy.
Mamma mia. It's been so long, I don't remember. Okay, also in becoming a local. I want to be a local where I live. I have become best friends with the guy who works at Jack in the Box.
Ooh.
Love this man. Every time I go to Jack in the Box, because I go before D&D on Mondays, so it's always his shift, And then we'll talk a little bit about how my day was, a little bit about his day, and then like what I've got going on after. Monday was the first time I'd seen him since vacation. I was gone for like 2 weeks. And he was like, "Oh my God." And I was like, "It's so good to see you." And I had cut a lot of onions that day, so I looked like I was crying. And he was like, "Oh my gosh, like this is a tip. Like put the slice the top of the onion off, put it on your head, and then cut the onions." And I go, "Are you fucking with me? Are you messing with me?" And he goes, "I swear on my life, try it." And I go, "Okay, I trust you." He's like a 50-year-old man.
You're wearing a little onion hat.
Like, I can't wait to cut onions next. I've got to give it a shot.
That's so funny.
But I love him, and I'm like, okay, so I'm making friends now. I'm making friends. And then one of our local stores closed after like 65 years.
Aww.
And I'm like, and I never got to go in. And so I need to start bebopping around town more. So being a local is in.
I like that.
Okay, I just wrote beg. I don't know what that means. So we're going to move to outs. Things that are out.
Beg.
Beg. Okay, things that are out. People pleasing.
Okay.
No mas. That's just
like
a personal one. Second, alcohol. Hey guys, alcoholism is real, and I don't want to be it. And so, alcohol's out. That was just after seeing some stuff. I might even cut this, I don't know. But alcohol, out. You know what's in? Weed. Weed is on the top. Weed is on the ends.
Yes.
Alcohol's on the outs. And then I wrote love. And let me dissect this real fast. Because...
On the outs?
On the outs, I fear. After spending time... It's so hard. If, like, any of my family is listening, like, all the peace and love, I just have to speak my truth. I don't think I've ever seen a healthy depiction of love. And after seeing so many different types of relationships, I just feel like, hey, maybe it's not real. So then I have this conversation with my brother, okay? I'm just like, I think I just no longer believe in love. Like, I really think I'm just like, I don't think it's real. And I don't know. And we talked about it, whatever. The next day, we're at the rehearsal dinner. And I see my brother and stepmom talking. And so I'm like, oh, let me go over there. And as soon as I walk up, my stepmom, drunk, she turns to me and she goes, "Love is real and you have to believe it. Like, I know you're seeing shit, but you have to believe that love is real." I whipped my head to my brother to give like how fucking dare. And he goes, "I didn't say anything." He was like, "I promise I didn't say anything."
Really?
And so like later I was like, "What happened?" And he's like, "She brought it up randomly. And then as soon as she brought it up to you, he was like, I knew you were gonna think that I told her." And I was like, how the fuck did she find out?
What the fuck?
How
Your stepmom
insane.
just experienced speaking in tongues, basically.
You know what? Yeah. No, and I was like, honestly, this is really bad because I am under the firm belief that my mom could see every single thing I did. And as an adult, I know logically that that's not true, but it's still hard for me to break it. So even when I'm like looking at like anything, I'm still like phone brightness on low, go off of Wi-Fi, like everything, because I'm afraid that someone's on my phone. Someone specifically being my parents. And so her saying that did not help because my brother and I were texting about the love conversation. Yeah. I'm like, okay, no, she is listening to our phone. She has access. And I'm like, okay, I have to realize like that was probably just like an insane coincidence, but
that is insane.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like, was it like an oracle moment? Or was it like she really is tapped into your guys' Google accounts or Apple accounts?
Or was it just so clear? I also don't have a good poker face. So like,
that's true. They knew you were stressed at the airport.
Yeah. So like, am I just readable? Like, but I don't know. But it was just crazy. But leading into that, as I was sitting on the couch watching family life happen, I signed up for therapy. Everyone cheer now. Thank you. So I meet with her tomorrow to find out if I interviewed with a girl, meet with her tomorrow to figure out if she takes my insurance and stuff. She had to ask some people, but I'll keep you guys updated on how it goes. I've done
Yay, I'm
therapy
excited for you.
before. I'm a big fan of therapy, so thank you. I'm jazzed. I had made a list of like, because like when you like first meet with a therapist, they're like, "What's your deal?" And as I was reading through the list of things I wrote down, it reminded me of that TikTok trend where it was like the soundboard and it was like the like boom, and you would say things about yourself with the boom after. And it was like bipolar, depressed, anxious,
Yeah.
mommy issues, trans. I was like, I need the boom like after all of this. I need a therapist that I can diva down with. And
Yeah.
that's just like, I can't sit and feel like I'm being psychoanalyzed. Otherwise, I'm not going to tell you shit because I have problems with authority. But if it's like a girly, like I'll sit and yap all day.
Yeah. I need to start that too.
Thanks for telling me to sign up for health insurance. That really changed the game for me.
Oh, so is that how you got health insurance? Was through that?
No. So, you sent me the reminder for health insurance, so I signed up, and then you sent the therapy website, and I got her through there.
Oh,
so
I see.
You were really changing the game for my mental health and physical body health.
I'm glad. I'll post those links. I'll try to attach those links to our episode so then you guys can find them too.
We can do that.
The therapy one.
Yeah. Should we go through our New Year's questions?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I have a bowl of questions. Me and Max are going to pick them one by one and we'll just ask each other and just see what they say.
Yeah.
Okay. So first question here is, what is the best thing that happened to you this year? I feel like that's really big. If you can think of something, go ahead and say it.
Okay.
But it doesn't have to be just one of.
Ooh, actually, I do know. It was starting to play D&D. I started to play D&D this year, and that has like changed my life so much. So
that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. I feel like the best thing that happened to me this year, or just one, is getting to experience living with my two best friends this year. We never really had planned for that to happen. Or I don't know why we never planned for that to happen.
I mean, there was a lot of things where it was like, I didn't want to live in that city, and...
No, not even like that house specifically. I just meant like, why didn't like when we were in high school ever be like, we should live together?
Yeah, we never really like... I think we all were like, we all have things to do. Like, we got places to be.
To go.
And so I think it was just kind of like, we knew we weren't going to colleges in the same city. So I think that's probably why. But we should have at least like tee-heed about it a little bit or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe we thought we would fight. Because everyone always says that. Like, you never know.
No, ours
I don't know.
Worked out so well. I love living with you guys.
Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, it's just, I'm really glad I got to experience it, and I feel like it was fun while it lasted, and like, obviously we didn't all get to hang out, like, as much as I wanted to, but I feel like it was a great time.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, let me pick.
Okay.
Any big lessons learned from the past year? You got anything?
Yeah, I got my shit smacked, kicked, and thrown against the wall this past year, and I learned who my real parents were.
Real.
And not like I'm adopted. I just
Indigo adopted, confirmed.
Some relationships I've realized some things, and I've had to stand up for myself a lot this past year, and I think I'm gonna take that as a good thing, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like this year I really had to speak up and like stand up for myself a lot.
And I feel like you kicked ass doing that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah. But now you're so able to advocate for yourself, and I think that's such an impressive quality. So it paid off, kid.
Thank you.
But at what cost?
No, literally. I saw this TikTok of a lady and she made a like years wrapped of like her crying sessions.
Incredible.
And it showed like how many times she cried per year, how long were the cries, what were they about? And I was like, literally, that was me. And she was like showing, she's like, I cried every day the month of June.
That's real.
And I was like, I wonder if you charted our cries, like how many there would have been this past year.
I feel like October alone would have
No, it would
saved
have
the world's drought problem, I think.
Probably. That's so funny. Did you learn any big lessons this year?
I feel like, and maybe this isn't like a lesson, I feel like oh, you know what? Yeah, actually. I feel like the biggest one was, in order to be who you want to be, you're gonna have to disappoint people. And, like, that's okay. You just need to, like, be who you are, and the right people will stick around for it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I heard some lady said this one time. I don't remember if it was in a video or like if I watched a TED Talk or something, but basically this lady was like, we can get so caught up in people's opinions of us, but like if you look at their lives, if you want their lives, listen to their opinion, but if you don't really like where their life is, then don't listen. Basically she said don't listen to their opinion because their decisions and their thinking are what got them to where they are. And I feel like for me that was really groundbreaking because like I kind of looked at like a lot of the relationships that were around me and a lot of the like examples that were in front of me, and I was like, I don't like anything about their lives and I don't want my life to reflect theirs. And so then I felt like, then I was like, what value and does their opinion really hold then? Like, I don't even want that. So of course they're not going to like this, and this, but I do, and that's okay. I don't know.
No, that makes total sense.
But yeah, so like anytime I like get in my head about something, like, oh my god, like, did I offend that person? Or like, oh, did I say the wrong thing? I'm like, do I even really care?
Yeah.
Like, do I even really care about what that person thinks about me? And I'm just like, no. Yeah. Because I don't really like their life. I don't know.
Yeah.
You have to say what happened with your mom. Wait, you're just gonna cut? It's not gonna be a smooth transition if we just...
Okay, hey guys. You're wondering, hey, this transition's weird. It's because I made a really tasteless joke about my mom. And so we had to cut it. And there was no good way to bring this back. So here we are. I think I see a spider.
No.
Devastating. I'm simply frozen in fear. That's a spider.
No. Dude, you need to get this. We're gonna have to cut this.
Honestly, we just gotta keep going. I can't address him.
Okay. I'll ask the next question.
What did you get? Wait, I wanted to hear about that.
Oh, I was gonna say, okay, guys, for those of you who are scared of spiders and really hate smushing them, there is this, like, poison. I forget what the brand is. It's at Walmart. It's indoor and outdoor poison for spiders. Literally, if I see a spider in my room, obviously not on my bed, but, like, if I see it on the wall, I'll spray it with the poison and it dies.
Ooh.
And, like, it's for indoor and outdoor use, so, like, it really helps. And also, like, it helps if you, like, pre-spray your room before you see the spiders.
Okay, do, like, a room spray. Okay, so here's the thing. I knew spiders were gonna come out, because I just rearranged my room.
Oh,
so, like,
God.
we moved
Stop
everything
saying
around.
That word.
Sorry, okay, we'll cut. We're gonna cut all of this. I don't want to freak spider people. Like, people like me who even hearing the word...
No, I just had a helpful tip.
Oh, okay, we'll keep that. We'll keep that. No, we'll keep the helpful tip. We'll just put a TW spiders. I didn't want to say the word. Okay, anyways. Next question?
I'm gonna pick a question.
Okay.
Oh, what are your resolutions for this year?
Okay, resolution. Last year I was so, like, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. Wah! And, like, now I'm like, okay. And here's my thing with them, was that I felt like they put too much pressure, and that if I didn't do it, I felt really disappointed and bad about myself. And
Mm-hmm.
so I was like, I don't want to do them because it's so much pressure. But here's the thing. I was also going through a hard time back then. And hey, I think I'm pretty much constantly going through a hard time, but that's life, baby. And simply, I just have to push through it. And so my resolutions are like a very like, you know how there's like 75 hard and 75 soft?
Yeah.
I'm not doing 75 soft, but my resolution is 75 soft. Does that make sense? Like if New Year's resolutions were the 75 hard, I'm doing 75 soft.
Got it.
That was a really confusing metaphor for something that didn't need a metaphor. I'm doing loosey-goosey resolutions. So
Got
it's
it.
like, eat better food. And by better, I mean not craft mac and cheese cups for every meal. So, hey, as long as it's not that, I'm good.
Yeah, that's good.
And then it's like, do an exercise once a month. So I'm taking the classics, putting a little spin on them. What about you?
Mine are.
Is that A1?
Sorry, I had to hand my boyfriend the A1 because
Pulled
he's taking
A1.
it for lunch, and it was in our room.
The way you just said, oh, hold on one second, and then pulled a bottle of A1 from behind the camera.
For an ad. I was
For
like,
an
hold on,
ad.
gotta do this ad. So my New Year's resolutions are, I saw someone that said you could do like mind, body, soul, and heart or something.
Okay.
I feel like heart and soul are the same thing.
I feel like
Mind,
soul
body, heart,
is
and soul.
me, and heart is others.
Oh, okay. Well, then mine don't fall under that category
Okay.
at all. I'm realizing now.
Let's hear them. I'm excited.
Okay, so I want to work out at least once a week.
Slay.
Okay. I want to do a hobby, like complete a hobby once a month.
Slay.
Whether it be a puzzle, finish a book, do a craft, write a letter, something.
That's fun.
Thank you. Because I feel like I need to be more creative. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like this year I want to be way more creative. And then I want to read at least 10 pages a day.
Ooh, okay. Love it.
And I want to go out in nature at least once a month.
Nice.
Yeah, because I was just thinking, like, I always am, like, so in love with the sky, the, like, stars and the moon. Like, I literally feel, like, euphoria when I look at it. Like, I feel, like, such marvel and, like,
Yeah.
happiness. And I'm like, I need to be out in nature more because I know I do feel that way, like, when I'm out. And so, yeah, I'm just like, I gotta get out more.
Yeah. I love
So I
that.
think I'm gonna start, like, trying to hike. There's like a hike I can do by myself, and so I'm gonna try doing that like once a month.
Fun.
Yeah. And then I was gonna say, side note, I feel like the theme for this year is chaos. I genuinely feel like Aries, just chaos, just pure chaos is the theme for 2025. So that's why I feel like my like resolutions are like healing, creativity, like gentle.
That's so real. I do feel like already it's what, the 8th, and this year has been insane. So
literally, the world is on fire right now.
The world's on fire. If anyone is in LA, like, I hope you're safe, or where any of the fires are. I hope you're safe, and yeah.
Yeah, it's
shit
so
is scary.
scary.
Did you keep any resolutions from last year?
Last year, I think I did say to read. I didn't read nearly as much as I wanted to this past year, but
you also had a lot going on this past year, so I think that's fair.
We did.
Yeah.
But ever since January 1st, I've been doing really good, and I even finished my I've been reading more than 10 pages per day.
Nice.
Now I'm like I've hit my reading groove, and like it's all I want to do now.
I love being in a reading groove. It's so
It's kind
fun.
of like addicting though. Like I stayed up till 4 a.m. the other day reading my book. Do you have any New Year's traditions?
Not really. Last year I wanted to do the grapes under the table thing, but honest, what the fuck did I do last New Year's Eve? Did we
We
have a
hung out. We went to the club in LA, remember?
club in LA?
Yeah, we went to the gay bar.
Oh yeah! We did go
Yeah.
to a gay bar. That was fun. I forgot about that. Oh yeah. Okay. It's all
And they
coming
gave
back
us
to
the
me now.
champagne.
Yeah. That was fun. Um yeah, I don't really do anything like specifically for New Year's though. What about you?
I don't do anything either. I mean, I do the kiss, but like there
Yeah,
has to be a kiss,
there
whether it's
has
with
to
your
be a
friends,
kiss.
someone. I saw this post that said like a list of like other people's New Year's traditions, and there was one that was like you're supposed to wash and clean your house.
Yes.
You like clean your whole house. You're supposed to wash all your laundry. You're supposed to open windows just to refresh the energies in your the energy in your space. There was another one that was like you're supposed to have money in your pocket
Ooh.
like when you're going into the new year so that it brings like wealth and prosperity. I really liked that one. We
Yeah.
did that one this year.
That's fun.
Yeah, and then there was another one that was like you're not supposed to do laundry after New Year's Day because the day after New Year's Day because then you're washing away your fortune.
Oh.
Like if anyone like put any blessings onto you, like you're washing it away essentially.
I didn't do it. I didn't do lunch the day after New Year's, so
Perfect.
I'm good. My fortune's still stinking.
Looking great. Oh, I was gonna tell you, we went to Vegas this
Oh, yeah. Wait.
New Year's.
What happened?
Okay, so I was supposed to work and they ended up canceling my shift and
Wow.
it was really nice. I was very happy about that.
Yeah.
And so I told my boyfriend, I was like, what if we did something crazy? What if we went to Vegas? And I was like, I'll drive. We don't get a hotel. We just do 24 hours. We sleep in the car.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, we do something crazy. Like, we just go just for the count, you know?
Yeah.
Because I was like, I like doing something big for the holidays. Like, I kind of feel sad if I'm not out. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Like, it just makes me feel like more festive to like be around people who are also like cheering and excited.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, we could stay home, but I was like, it would be so fun and crazy if we did this. And so then my boyfriend was looking at hotels, but all of them were like 400, 500 just for one night. And then he
Jeez.
randomly found one at MGM for 150.
Ooh.
And so I was like, book it.
Yeah.
I was like, just book it because we were going to go to this rave. And I was like, I was about to pay that much alone on a rave ticket. And I was fully down to do that. And I was like, so I'm down to spend like a little bit of money on a hotel.
Yeah.
And it was a nice room. Like it was not bad at all. It was like it was so crazy and so lucky that we found that price. Like I genuinely think it was like a glitch. Cause like all the other prices, even for that hotel were like up in the 400, 500s.
Crazy.
It just like randomly appeared when he like refreshed it.
It was meant to be.
Yeah. So then it was me, him, and his friend. We all drove to Vegas and they like shut down Las Vegas Boulevard and everyone can walk into the streets like of the strip. Yeah, I didn't know they
Damn.
did that. I asked ChatGPT. I was like, where do I go for Vegas? And it
Incredible.
told me all of that. And it was so cool. They were like giving out free beer and so then we just like we're all like walking and they're playing music loud and we're drinking our free beer and then like they do the count and they do a fireworks show. And I was like, honestly, I think we need to start making this a tradition
That's fun.
cuz like it was really fun and it was like I mean aside from the hotel, like that was all free. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it wasn't we didn't pay to do any of that and it was so much fun.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
What a
was I
blast.
was so sad though. I was wishing you guys were there.
Yeah, it was like fun. We did because the wedding was New Year's Eve. I was like ready to go to bed at 10, but like because the wedding started at 4. And
Oh, that's
so it
so
was
early.
so early to go till midnight.
Yeah. Did
So
you knock out though? I feel like
oh
that's the
yeah.
best sleep is when you're like, oh.
No. My brother and I had to share a bed. And so he got drunk and started sleep talking so loud. And the night before, I had also gone to bed early and everyone stayed out. My brother comes in and he pounds on the door. It's
Oh my God.
so late. And then I get out of bed to walk around. Then he realizes he has a fucking room key and opens the door. So I'm already out of bed now. And I was like,
No, I'd be
oh
so
my
mad.
God. I go, I'm sleeping. Dad's sleeping. I get back in bed. He goes, okay. And like throws his hands. I was like, I'm gonna kill you. And then goes in the bathroom,
With a gun.
slams the door shut, opens the door again, slams it shut. I was like,
No.
I turn around, I go, can you be quiet? Like so mad. Like in the moment, I was like, I hate him. And then the next morning, I was like, you were so loud last night. It's unbelievable. So then the next day when he's fucking sleep talking, I was like, what? Like, am I twitching? I was like, are you kidding me?
That's so funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, let me grab a question. What are you most excited about for next year? Or I guess this year. This next year.
I'm excited. I have a couple trips planned, or I have one trip planned. No, I have a couple trips planned.
Ooh.
And so I'm very excited. My golden birthday is this year.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for that. I have big plans.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I mean, I have like some goals, and if they came true, I don't even want to say them. If they came true, I would be really happy.
Love that.
Can I say something that I'm excited for you?
Yeah.
I feel like this year you're coming like more into your style, and I feel like you're transforming a lot this year, and so I'm excited to see you just become like more into yourself.
MJ, thank you.
Especially, I'm also excited to see how your room turns out.
Yeah. Shit's been moving and grooving. And I think it's gonna end up really cool. I wish I could paint it, but that is a huge undertaking.
She doesn't want you to?
No, I don't think she'd care. It's just a lot to do, and I don't want to do it. I've painted.
Well, we would help you. You just need a ladder.
Yeah.
I love painting. Sometimes I wish that was my profession.
I just did it when I moved to Washington. I painted the room, and it went from navy blue, and I wanted white walls. Play White Walls by Macklemore. Sorry, Macklemore possessed me for a moment. I wanted white walls, and so I had to do like 6 layers of paint to cover the navy blue, and it was all by myself, and I couldn't do it because my room was so small, so I'd start to get sick from the paint fumes, but then my room was just constantly a shit show because of the paint supplies.
Good news is your walls are not navy. They are just a light yellow, so I feel like it wouldn't be that hard, or even if you wanted to do just like an accent wall. Okay, I'm gonna pick another question.
Okay.
How do you feel about budgeting?
I'm so glad you're asking me about that because, listen, do people, like, actually budget and, like, stick to it? Be so honest. I have my, like, if I'm budgeting, it's like, I know that I've got, like, bills coming up this week. And don't ask me what bills come on what days. I know so loosely. I know when my car payment is due, and I know when my car insurance is due. Everything else happens sometime in the month. And I don't know when. Probably in the first week. Maybe. And then, so if I'm like, okay, the first week and the last week of the month are my big bill times. So I'm like, okay, those weeks I just like don't spend as much. Like if I'm like, ooh, I should go get coffee, I'm like, today's a big bill week. You can't. And then it's like, okay, that's budgeting for me. And
that's crazy.
Hey, my financials are straight up bad. So I don't recommend this to anyone. But do people do actually more than that?
I don't do a lot more than that.
Okay.
One day I just like went and found all the due dates for all my bills, and I put them all into my calendar.
Is that not stressful though?
No, Because it's more stressful when I don't know versus like I do know and I set alerts like 1 week before and then 1 day before. So then I'm also not forgetting because a lot of times I would forget and then they would be past due and then I'd have to pay a fee.
Oh, see, everything I do is automatic, so I don't have
Oh,
to.
okay.
Yeah, so it's just like it just gets out of my bank, and that's none of my business when it enters and
I
leaves my
mean, and
bank.
then like one other thing I did is I went and I added the prices of every single bill. Not like groceries or gas, but I did like car insurance,
Yeah.
phone bill, every single thing. So then I know roughly how much I need to be making per month to just meet my bare minimum needs.
Okay, I've like low key done that.
Yeah. Because that helps at least like if I'm figuring out even like, oh, a new job, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that gives me this much spending after those things are taken care of. And I don't know, it helps me like at least know a number.
I feel like I know the big things, but things like Spotify or like Dropout, like those are little expenses that I feel like do add up that I don't account for. And then I'm just like,
Yeah,
oh, I
this
just like
feels
don't have
like
money.
it's turning into a Rocket Money ad.
No, literally. I just lose track of all my bills. We're not sponsored by Rocket Money, but we could be. Rocket Money.
If you're listening,
If you're listening, sponsor us.
that's so funny. Yeah, other than that though, I don't know. Like
Okay.
savings, I kind of just do willy nilly. Like
Yeah.
I'll get a paycheck and I'm like, I could put 200 in,
Yeah.
and then I'll do that. But like I'm not like doing 40% of my check every
Okay.
time.
When I worked for Disney, they would automatically do that for you. Like you could tell them when you started working, like I want this much in like this account and this much in this. And so I did, and that really was super helpful. And I think all businesses should do that.
Some savings accounts do have an automatic system where it'll
Hmm.
put a specific amount of money in your account. Like mine savings account will automatically draw $20 from my checking account and put it into my savings.
Whoa. Oh, wait, yeah, I
And
could do
that
like a
$20 is just
reoccurring.
the minimum that I have it set at.
Wait, I could do that.
Yeah, so you could do more and then you would
Bet.
just treat it as a bill.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. One of our friends, she said that any cash that anyone ever hands her, she always puts it away. And
Yes.
she's like, and it like builds. Like you'd be surprised at how much cash you get like handed for like holidays and birthdays and stuff. Like it really does add up. Say if I know that I'm saving up for something, I like will break down the price and figure out how much I need to set aside per week.
Okay. Oh, that's okay. I could do that.
Yeah. So like there's 52 weeks in a year. So like if you wanted to get like a car next year, I don't know. You just like I would do the 5,000 divided by 52.
Wow. I like that. Because then that's like
Yeah,
a
it makes
chill
it like
way.
seem more manageable. And
Yeah.
like you do it per obviously you can change it like to month or like bi-weekly or whatever you want, but like when I'm like cuz I'm trying to save up for Hawaii right now,
Mm-hmm.
and so I feel like after seeing like breaking down the numbers, I'm like, okay, this is doable. Like if I set aside like X amount, like I can build it up to the amount of money that I want.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Okay. So budgeting is like realistic. I was like, there's no way people are like going down, breaking down the numbers, getting like you know? But I just had to discuss if budgeting was like a real thing people were doing, or if it was like a lie told by Big Pharma.
That's so funny.
Um,
If anyone has any other tips though,
yeah,
I would love to hear it if you want to drop in our
for
comments.
sure. Or if you know any good like TikTokers, if you know a TikToker who's like really good at explaining finances,
A good video about credit card debt and they explained like how to build your credit score.
yes. Which I did see my score is going up because of my car payments.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yippee. Yeah. Wait. Theme song for this year. What do you feel? I feel like last year that like Nicki Minaj song was like the song of like that was like the New Year song.
Yeah.
What do you feel like this year's song is?
I don't know. I can't think of anything.
I feel like there hasn't been anything that's like been it, you know?
Not new as of like recently.
No. Like music that like I've been listening to lately, I feel like isn't stuff that is new out. Like, and nothing actually new.
Because, like, okay, if I think about, like, Kendrick Lamar, his album is really popular right now, but that technically came out, I think, in 2024.
Yeah, that was like summer 2024.
No. He just
Oh,
came out with a new
wait,
album, and
another
I
one?
think yeah.
Oh, shit.
There's a really good song with SZA on there, but
Oh, I see that. Okay, I'm adding it to my music.
I feel like SZA's album is really good too, but it's like all those albums I think came out like literally December 26th, like December 27th.
Yeah.
So I can't think of one. Can you think of one?
No,
Yeah.
I know Joe is coming out with a new album at the
Oh
end of
yeah,
this month.
the 24th, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm very excited for that. But I don't know. Yeah, it's weird that there's not one this year. Because I feel like last year's was so memorable.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, I'm gonna pick another question. If you could celebrate New Year's anywhere, where would it be?
Okay. I'm gonna paint a picture.
Okay.
I'm in New York. I'm not at Times Square. There's like a cozy little apartment that like you can see, it's like maybe we're in a different neighborhood. You can see Times Square, but you're not close. I'm surrounded by my closest friends. We're all wearing fun outfits. There's warm lighting in the room. We're like sitting on the couch. We're having so much fun that we're like, wait, is it the new year? When we see the fireworks going off. And then we all start like, oh my gosh, happy New Year's. And everyone's hugging. And it's like, we missed it because we were having so much fun, but we're home. And it's like kind of cozy vibes. You know what I mean?
That's fun. I like that.
That's my dream.
Mine is very different from yours.
You're like, we're in Ibiza, dropping
No,
acid.
literally, we're in Rio, in the beach, in the water. There's fireworks. I saw a video, dude, and this video literally burned itself into my brain. I saw it years ago, and I just saw another one again by a different girl. But they like literally they shoot so many fireworks over the ocean, and it just looks gorgeous.
Ugh.
You're just in this like beautiful place. They're in the ocean, and I'm like, that feels so healing to like be in the ocean
Yeah.
and like start the new year. And that's when I need to be in a bikini in the ocean watching the fireworks in Rio with my besties.
Damn.
Yeah.
Very different vibes.
Very different vibes.
I'm like, I want to barely hear the fireworks.
I'm not gonna lie, that would kind of make me sad if we miss the count.
No, it's like we're having so much fun that it's like, oh my god, wait, it's midnight. Like,
I would immediately be sad.
That's so crazy. No, I love the idea of like, because I think that's happened before where I'm like, oh my god, did we miss it? Like, I don't want to be off by like minutes, but like we hear the fireworks and then it's like, oh shit, like, oh my god, happy new year. So you're like, you're getting it, but you're just like,
no, you didn't get to do the count. That's the whole exciting part. I literally was shaking this year because I was so excited.
Yeah, see, the count isn't. I just also have like depressed bitch syndrome where I'm like, I'm like, wow, it's another new year. It's like things change. So like I'm so like moody where I'm just like, and like what even is the countdown? Like, unfortunately, I have that kind of syndrome. So the idea of missing it is like so like beautiful. Like there's a Tumblr post written about this kind of vibe.
That's so funny. You take a slow drag from your cigarette.
Yeah.
Your shaky hand. That's so funny. Should we do one more question?
Yeah. Do you want to pick one off the list?
Uh, what's a memory from this year you'll never forget?
Do you have one?
I feel like, okay, I have really bad memory.
Same.
Okay, so I just have like bits and pieces, but I remember you and I being very giggly and laying in the street
Yeah.
and looking up at the stars. Were we high?
I'm sure. Odds are probably yes.
But I just remember, like, we went out there and it felt, like, so sneaky and, like, we were just so giggly and then we were, like, looking up at the stars and it just felt so fun.
Mine is so similar in that, remember when we were tanning out in the backyard and then there was that random moment where like the rain started and then the music like either cut out or just like the speaker died or something, so it was just like quiet and it was raining and then all of a sudden like the rain went away and the sun came back out and we were like holding hands and we were like,
Yeah,
this
we were
feels
like, that
a
was
fairy
magic.
moment. It felt so
Yeah.
magical. So that was I feel like a very memorable moment. And I remember
That
just
was
being like,
fun.
I'm so glad I'm living here.
That was fun. Remember when we saw those fairies?
Yeah.
That was magical too.
Yeah. Because we're also fairies. I forgot that we established that. That's part of our lore, is that
Yeah.
we're also fairies.
Yeah. So, I mean, we saw our friends.
We saw our friends.
Typical.
Typical, likely place to be.
I don't know why I even mentioned it.
Yeah. Stop thinking about it, weirdo.
That's so funny.
No.
Well, thank you guys for listening to us talk about our New Year's and catching up with us.
Yeah. I hope you guys all had a great New Year's and a great Christmas, or whatever you celebrate. And we'll be back next week. Do you have anything you want to plug?
I have this new Kuromi desk chair.
So
I don't
cute.
know why I'm moving out of the way like they can see. But I got a new Kuromi desk chair for Christmas and it's so cute. It's like purple plushy and it has 2 giant ears and it says Kuromi on the back and then it has her giant face on like the outside.
So
It's very cute. I'm very obsessed with it. And it's like wide. I like it a lot. And has wheels.
Ooh. Oh, I wish I had wheels on my chair.
I miss having a chair with wheels.
Yeah. Ooh, honestly, candle warmer lamps. They're so great. They're so great. And you can set them on a timer. So if you forget to blow out your candles before you go to bed, it's on a timer. And they look pretty. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you.